Rachel Maddow went on Howard Stern recently, where she said some interesting things. First, you might have heard that she said Roger Ailes offered her a job at Fox, and his plan was to never put her on air. In other words, Ailes thought she was so smart that she posed a threat, as he was a conservative and she's a liberal, and so in order to neutralize the threat that Maddow embodies, he was going to hide her away from the world. She said this kindly, though, as Ailes and Maddow were actually really friendly, with Ailes giving her tips throughout her career. She was very respectful of Ailes on Stern's show, saying she never felt sexually harassed by him or anything ever. So you might have heard about that part of the interview because a lot of the news media ran with the headline that Ailes wanted to get Maddow off air. But I found another part of the interview more interesting, to be honest. And that's when she and Howard discussed some of her thoughts about Russia. If you watch Maddow's show on MSNBC, you know it's pretty much full-on dedicated to bashing Russia right now. She is endless in her pursuit of making Russia out to be the biggest threat in the world. Which is why I found it interesting that to Howard Stern she actually made fun of the Russians, laughing at the idea that they're a superpower. Maddow made fun of Russia's military capabilities pretty brutally, saying, "Russia is not a superpower. Russia has one aircraft carrier where they don't even have a catapult on it. It goes up at the end like a ski jump, like it looks like it's got a buck tooth, and it belches diesel, and every time they send it out on a little deployment, they have to send a flotilla behind it." She said all of this while laughing, just to say how little of a threat Russia is militarily, even though every night on her show she goes to great lengths to vilify Russia and to scare her audience into thinking they're the evilest force out there. Maddow does clarify that where the Russians have focused instead of on the military is on the cyber. She calls it cyber, by the way. And that's where they pose a threat. But still, according to Maddow, they are not a superpower, even though they are bringing us down right now, also according to Maddow. Now, I happen to think Maddow is really smart, but her definition of a superpower seems to be a little dumb in this particular interview.